trying to figure out what the fuck I'm trying to do here. Hold on real quick. Hello. I am about to do something really funny that you can't see me doing, but no. So there's this girl who just added me on Snapchat, and I was going through. I'm like, all right, you know what? I don't think she's real. And then I realized, oh wait, no, she's genuinely real. She's just trying to get her OnlyFans out there, which then gave me an idea. I sometimes get bored and do YouTube live streams of me playing pointless games like Farming Simulator. Well, they're not pointless. I like them, but I know nobody gives a shit to watch me play them, you know? So, I looked at her OnlyFans. It's $13 per 1 month. I'm going to send her a link, and normally my YouTube live streams are about 5 hours in length. I just started one. I'm going to send her a link to the YouTube stream and say, I will subscribe to your OnlyFans if you watch my stream in its entirety. She has to watch me play Farming Simulator for the next 5 hours if she wants me to subscribe.
Bro, why Farming Simulator out of all the games? Oh dang!
Oh my god! Now there's time to send this link out. My fucking lips are like bone dry and actually really painful right now because of the fact that my nose has been running so bad that I had to use the bitch ass paper towels that we have at where I work, and they're so shitty that they literally have made my entire like lip between my lip and my nose like I don't even know how to explain it. Like raw. Like wait, why? Because you're not getting paid. Ha! Fucking loser. Go get... No bitches. Oh, fun. Yeah, trust me. Let me give you a pro tip. Don't work at fast food for your whole life. Because that's not my goal. I just ended up back here because of COVID shit. I'm trying to find me a farm to work at. But Joe Bipson over here has decided to fuck up all the fucking taxes for farming. And so it's hard to find one who has enough extra money lying around to hire me. And it's really shitty.
Bro, you took Farming Simulator out of... Bro, you took
No, actually, the thing is, Farming Simulator versus doing it in real life are whole different ballparks. Because for one, you don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning and work until 10 p.m. that night. But that's the fun part to me, is because working on an actual farm is actually really interesting and cool if you kind of like getting really detailed and mechanic and like all kinds of shit done, you know? Like, it's never the same shit. What? Yeah, but it's still nowhere close to what the real thing is like. 'Cause... Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just saying that, like, the painful parts are missing. That's the biggest key, the painful. Because imagine you start getting going, you wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, you get everything going, you get all your equipment set up, ready to go. You get out there, you're going, it's going good for the first hour and a half or so, and then something breaks, and now 2 hours of your day are gone because you're sitting there trying to figure out how the fuck do I fix this in the middle of a field where I can't get a vehicle to it, so I have to move every piece one by one to it to fix it, and then take the broken bits and move them one by one away from it. Yeah, that.
No, I live on a small myself. Like that shit, I'm being dead serious, bro. We got cows, chickens,
Oh, hell yeah.
goats, and then
The
we kind of got crops growing, but it's not like that.
you know them mega farms, like those giant ones that have been family owned for years? There's one down the road
Yeah.
from here, and I'll swear to God, they drove by with a bunch of new John Deere equipment, and I'm watching what's going by. I swear they bought probably $22 million worth of equipment. Like harvesters, augers, they had like 3 new tractors, and I was like, holy shit. Like, I literally was just watching. I can't get over that farm though, and that's the one I'm thinking about going down there and asking to see if they'll hire me on.
No, it's 5 star.
I swear. Okay, let's do this.
I just got Blicky down in the streets. But
Oh, bitch, I'm out of line.
I don't even want to go to school tomorrow. I don't have a problem going to school. I just don't want to just wake up.
If you don't want to, how old are you?
Like 14.
Old enough to me, go to Ukraine.
Old enough for me.
I can't be the only one who's just got the urge to quit their job and everything and go to Ukraine right now. And I'm old enough to. I'm 20, so if I really just decided to. Yeah, I'm 20, I could just say fuck it and go. I really can't see why it's a bad idea because I know what to expect. Listen, it's not that Russia underestimated Ukrainians exactly, it's that they completely fucked everyone in their military by not telling them anything. By literally just sending them there. I don't know if you've seen the reports or not, but 90% of the soldiers involved with this have no fucking idea what they're doing there, where they're going, or why they're there. And a large chunk of the initial invasion, yeah, and that's what's funny, because the initial invasion, they didn't even know they were invading. They thought they were doing a training exercise. Like, there's a group of paratroopers who surrendered the moment the fighting started, and they literally they said that their commander, or their officer that morning told them they were going to do a training drop. And then when they landed, they just get shot at, and they thought it was just a battle simulation, so they shot back and realized that it was an actual battle, and they had landed in Ukraine and immediately dropped their arms and surrendered because they weren't prepared to fight.
Let's do something.
But so far, my favorite part about the entire war is, have you seen the civilians stealing Russian equipment? Yes. So because
I've seen them steal tanks and stuff.
Yeah, because the Russians are running out of gas and shit, the fucking civilians are taking their farm equipment, going over to these fucking broke down tanks, and then just towing them away. Just stealing their tanks. Who said no? Nah, their tanks, a lot of it's outdated. I mean, everything's outdated though. But if you really want to say the truth, but I have to admit that that's the dumbest thing you could have said, because the U.S. runs the dash T variation of the Sabot, and it's a new
Motherfucker, just
primary
because I
round.
am taking a test doesn't mean I can't watch LOL.
The dash T round is the highest pinning armor penetrating round ever ran on a tank. There is so far not a single vehicle in the world that can stop it besides, literally, besides the side hull armor of an Iowa battleship. And the only other vehicle that could stop it is not because of how thick the armor is, it's just because of how crackheaded the Germans were with developing the frontal armor of the Leopard 2s, on the turret's face, that is. The technical most armored tank in the world in current service is the Leopard 2. That's because the front armor of the Leopard 2's turret is equal up between 2 to 4,000 millimeters, depending on which cheek you're looking at. Oh, don't worry. I know what you mean. I'm a fucking tank nerd, but honestly, what I'm really a nerd about when it comes to armored combat is like World War II area. Isaiah, can you not? Can you not? I will turn the chat thing off. I don't want to hear fucking monkey over and over again. I have text-to-speech on my stream, and my friend just typed monkey 70 times in a row, and so all I heard for a solid minute was monkey, 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 monkey. I mean, no, I used to not mind, but after enough people using the text-to-speech...
It was gonna say banana at the end.
Oh, it apparently cut it off. Well, that's the thing, like, it's always, like, the most random of people. The last person to spam in my chat was actually some random dude from fucking Puerto Rico, and he just, like...
Because I removed it, LOL.
Wait, what? Because I removed it, oh. Yeah, so, this random Puerto Rican joined the chat and figured out that if you just type one letter over and over again, the thing is a stroke, and that's what he did. He just type the same letter over and over and over again until it kind of glitched out and didn't work for a while. You know what, Isaiah? Since you're in the stream, let me show you the farm I've been working on.
I wanna do that now.
Alright, type in, if I remember correctly, it's L. Just put L over and over again. Alright, I'm gonna put an AI doing this. So I'm gonna give you a farm tour. Right now we are not doing so hot money-wise because we had to do a bunch of upgrading, but that's okay. We're only negative 245,000 on the loan, but we still have 13,000 a bank. In the silos over here, we have 38,000 liters of canola and 11,000 oats. We're about to have more oats just for harvesting down there. This field here is canola. The field, I have a field right over there, that's canola. This is my current truck. I got this large John Deere right here, 410 or whatever this was. Yeah, it's an 8R 410.
How much does one John Deere cost?
Well, it depends on what you want, because John Deere makes a lot of different variations. Like, you're looking between, you know, like as much as a brand new car, you know, $60,000 to $80,000, all the way up to almost $1 million or more, depending on like how specialized it is. Like, it really depends on what you're trying to do. Like, you can't just ask that basic question. Now that I'm trying to say that out loud, you really just can't. There's a lot of different...
What if I'm trying to, like, I don't know, crops? A John Deere crop picker or something.
Alright, let's just use this then. Let's just use a basic concept. Really, all you need is a smaller tractor if you're doing a small field. So, just the tractor itself, you're probably looking at $48,000 to $60,000. And then for a...
Oh my god.
And then for a smaller, like... I mean, depending, there's a million different ways you could plow, cultivate,
LOL.
everything else on a field. So probably a smaller. We'll use a disc plow. The smallest disc plow I've ever seen go for sale was I think 20K. Um, well,
Oh
no,
my
there
god.
are smaller, but that was an older school one, and you might be able to go for that one because that one probably 10, 15K for that. Then you're gonna need a seeder, and I have no idea how much a seeder goes for, so I'm not even gonna ballpark estimate it. Actually, I will throw you a guess out there. I'm gonna say that they're definitely gonna be above the cost. They're gonna be in between the cost of between 20 to 200,000. That's just gonna be my just your range between all the sizes. I'm probably way off on probably either one of the ends, but that's just gonna be my ballpark range of between the smallest and the biggest. And then whatever
Mm.
crop it is you gotta harvest, because then you gotta, depending on the type of crop, you gotta have a different type of machine to harvest it, this and that. And you don't even have to actually buy a full-size harvester. They make harvester bits that fit on the back of a tractor that you tow, and it kind of sits out in an angle. And then it has a chute on it, and you tow a trailer off that harvester bit, and it'll shoot it into the trailer.
Mm.
Yeah, so this is, by the way, Isaiah, this is my current planter. Or no, we got oh, what is it called? It's a seeder. We don't have a planter yet. We've got a snow sprayer. It's my current cultivator. It's only a shallow cultivator. It's another thing you gotta think of too. Cultivators have different depths and everything else in real life. Like a disc plow is only gonna do pretty much the surface. Cultivator is gonna be in between the surface and the deepest, and then there's deepest. And then a plow, plows are really not gonna be able to be used to lay a seed bed. It's just to rip up the field. It can be. That's the thing. You just got. It's kind of like one of those games where if you have the patience to sit back and actually play it and enjoy it in your free time, you have fun. And also, this is our fertilizer right here. This is not the largest.
It's the same people that make Ghost Simulator and everything.
Open cover. Also, this trailer's the dual hopper, so I can. You dumb bitch.
Throw it in there. Throw it in that. Throw it in that room. Throw it in that room.
Yeah, just letting you know though, compared to like Farming Simulator 19 to Farming Simulator 22, it's kind of like going from War of Tanks to War Thunder. Like you kind of have one that's pretty realistic to like get the realistic idealism. Like it's got realistic parts, but it's not realistic all the way. To where this one involves seasonal. Like you have to have points where in certain months you can plant, certain months you have to harvest. It takes almost a full year for your crops to grow, and so forth. This one's a lot
because
more realistic.
the Lucerne. Right?
Hold on real quick, I'm gonna hop in this other party real quick. Oh crap, hold on. There we go. Alright, getting that party up. So another thing I'm doing is seasonal harvesting and planting. So if I go down, you can see here, right now we are in harvest season for oat and canola. And 1, 2, 3, 4 months ago was planting season for oat. I'm debating on this. I just gotta see how much money it's gonna take me to really quickly work on the terrain on this hill right here at the top. So I need to level that area out. And checked yesterday's stream and see why it was fucking with my roller. But I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna think about buying a corn. I gotta see actually. I'll have to look at the prices of everything, how much everything pays really before I decide on that. Well, I'm just thinking about doing corn. An AI starting on that. Let me look at this hill really quickly. Yeah, I can see how it goes relatively. Shouldn't cost too much to fix that. And then, construction. Yeah, landscaping right down there. Just need to soften this area from there. See, what I may end up doing is when I buy all that up, removing the hill out of the land here. I can't tell if that did it or not. Well, I don't know where to find out. Oh, hold on. It fell all the way up. so far it's not touching on anything. Oh, right there. Caught a little bit right there. Yeah, I see that front wheel's rolling. Yeah. What do you do right here? Turn this to, yeah, I got a plow now. Oh boy. Might as well plow the whole field. I'm thinking about making two fields. This field and that one. Making this one field. Field this way and that one. And then having my northern field up here is one thing. And having these southern fields is a different. Okay. Probably only got like 5 conversations started. I want to remove one of these trees. I don't mind all of them. It's just that there's not a lot of entrances to this field. What I may do is remove that one. Actually, I may just remove every other one. Try to open my area up a little, you know? Try to get at least a better flow between this field and the farm. And, over there. game's a lot of fun to me, but I like conversation. There's no good parties open right now, so it's just me playing quietly, I guess. In real life, I'm pretty sure you'd want to fill this thing backwards, forwards. Maybe not. I'm not. I'm thinking about it, I'm debating, I really don't know. I might create a switch account just to see what that's like. After this row, after I finish this field, I think that's what I might do. Just to see how it goes. It'll be the same name, Red Army Little Puck Boys, it always is. I don't know. It's a debatable decision to make a Twitch account. It's like, might be good, might not be good. I mean, I don't think it'd be bad, but the reason I like YouTube so much is because it's accessible. Not everybody has a Twitch account, and not everybody wants to make a Twitch account. But with YouTube, you don't even have to create an account to join a stream. You only have to create an account to post comments on a stream. And that's kind of the reason I like it, because I can care less about the subscribers and more people enjoying the content. Like, yeah, I'm not talking a lot doing this, but some people just like to watch the game or this or that, and that's what you get to do. I mean, you get to see the game or see how I'm playing the game or whatnot. Like, I'm not playing now. I just stopped for a second to get a drink, and I haven't even took it. I think the only reason why I'm debating on it really would be just because the conversation aspect. You get a lot of people who are wanting to watch streams on Twitch, because that's all it is. And so people would comment more and give me something to talk about. But at the same time, then I'd have to create an account and this and that, and I wouldn't want to make it a priority to do Twitch streams over YouTube streams. And, I wouldn't want that mindset to come upon me, even though it wouldn't be a bad thing. I'd have to really be struggling to make a schedule on when I do a Twitch game and when I do a YouTube stream, because I don't even have a schedule for when I do a YouTube stream. I just kind of, said, alright, you know what? I'm going to start a stream and let people enjoy it, see the game, whatnot. So it's kind of debatable. That's the best way to put it. I don't know. Maybe. I don't even have a Twitch account. That's what's funny. I've never used Twitch. I've thought about it, but in the past I log into Twitch and just see what kind of live streams there are out there. But I've never done it. So, I mean, the only live streams I've ever joined are like, well, I really don't know. I don't have a lot of good examples of live streams. I don't really join them very much. I do watch a couple. I have watched a couple here and there, but it's not really a preference. I'll just see it and I'm like, oh, let's go see what that's about. There's been one that while I'm at work I've been watching, just seeing what's going on. And it's a broadcast of what's going on in Ukraine. And it's got like all these different webcams on it, like 5 webcams. Never know a lot going on, but I normally watch it just to see if any of them have gone down or this or that. You never know. The only thing is, because since I'm over here in the U.S., when I'm watching it, it's nighttime there, so they're all dark, so you can't exactly see a lot. So I'm pretty sure if I were to pull it up right now, it'd be just got fucking 4 texts all at the same time. It'd probably be daylight if I'm right. That's funny. I got one of them scammer things, whatever. It's like trying to get you to give them your PayPal or whatever the fuck. And they asked me, said, "You got $600 or $500, whatever." I don't even care. Just a few $100. What would you buy? And I said, crack. And then they said, "Congratulations, you've won. Would you? How would you like to receive your payment?" And I said, "In crack." Case is a pretty cool brand. whole lot about them, but there's some interesting stuff about them. It used to be just Case. Now it's Case IH because the original Case got, I want to say, bought out, if I remember correctly, or right before it all went down, they had formed Case IH, or International Harvester. And so when the original Case went out, they just fell back on just Case IH, called it good. If I'm right, I'm probably wrong somewhere in there. I don't know. That's stuff you can't quote me on. I mean, you could, but the fact you're quoting me on it makes you just as wrong as I would be. So that's up to you. I think there's some part of that has some truth in it though, because I wouldn't say that if I wouldn't have heard something like that somewhere about it. I heard something or watched something sometimes talking about Case and why there's not just Case but there's Case IH. That's what I remember at first, if I'm right. It's been a long time ago though. I know John Deere's in war right now with its consumers. That's a fact. You can quote me on that. Because people are trying to sue them for the Right to Repair Act, which is an actual law in the United States stating that all manufactured vehicles and items have to be able to be worked on by the consumer. Well, obviously not very many of them are letting you do that. Apple's a big one. Most car companies, really, most if not all, except for European or anything abroad, really, I think falls out of that perspective. But John Deere is an American brand. Yet the computer technology that you need to hold on. There's the SatNet system that goes on them for your smart harvest and all that for your fields is actually ran through is actually a John Deere accessory that you have to buy separate, and they're not that cheap as it is already. But what makes it even more expensive is, let's say, so since that breaks, you think you can go out, buy a new one, and mount it up, which you can. That's allowed, right? But where they're violating the law is they're not allowing the users to access the computer files needed to program it to be connected to the tractor, meaning that yes, you can mount it, but you would still have to take it to the John Deere dealership and have it activated, or not really activated, but like the coding paired with the tractor, and so that way it worked, which is, in my opinion, illegal. I'm gonna side with the farmers on that, and so people are fighting for their right to repair on that. And now you probably wonder why that's, a really big deal. I mean, you can take your car to your car dealership and have it repaired. Well, a lot of people don't look at it a lot of people look at it from their own perspective like that because they live in, well, let's just say a major city where your dealership is 40-minute drive down the road, we'll say. For a farmer, however, it's less of, I'm getting this from point A to point B, I'm also spending a lot of money to get it from point A to point B, and then having to spend even more money to have it repaired, and then more money on the way back. Because let's say for this harvester, yeah, you can take this harvester bit off, set it down, and then drive the harvester itself down the road, which is, a little bit wider than the lane of a road, but you're also limited to your top speed, which is, 20 miles an hour. Like, we're going to use Texas, for instance. It's already, for the nearest John Deere dealership, is already a 30-minute drive by highway going 70 miles an hour. It's going to be a few hour drive driving a harvester that distance. Tractors are going to be faster, yeah, but a harvester is just a great example of this. Because you're gonna have to then load this thing on a trailer and drag it down there. And not every farmer has a flatbed trailer that can carry a harvester. Maybe they're tractors, but not a harvester, because harvesters are a lot. Like, they weigh, let's see, oh, actually, I can just do this. I'll pull up one that is in the game that I have seen in person. Right here. Right here. I think it weighs 14 tons. That's a lot. That's a lot. And you're going to have to pay by weight and for distance to have a truck company come out, pick this thing up, take it to its destination and drop it off and have it repaired, and then have them come back, pick it up again, and then bring it back to you again. And that's going to end up costing you a lot of money. And that's a lot. That's not even the crazier ones. Like, you get up to these a little bit bigger ones, and this one's looking 19 tons. Like, that's almost, like, it's a lot. And then let's say you're going even bigger and you end up with one of these Fendants, because these are in the U.S. That's almost a 21-ton harvester, and you gotta pay for the weight of that, along with the company fees and everything else you have to pay just to move it, or at most a day for that one part to be replaced and then be brought back. And so that's something else that's going on with the John Deere Repair Act. The John Deere's having to get and fought about their right to repair act. Pretty wild stuff. And then, not only that, the other thing is time. Farmers they do take a lot of time to do everything. They're up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then they're up until 10 o'clock at night some nights. Like, they work a lot, and they don't get a lot of free time. And having something down, like especially a harvester, when you need it, because you probably wouldn't notice that this was broken until you needed it, or during the prep phase before you're going to need it. Having that downtime where this thing is not on your property and not in action is going to take a lot of time out of your money, because time is money, especially in farming, and you lose that one piece of equipment that you have to make that money, and you're really screwing yourself over. So the issue then becomes that the issue with that is not only just the fact that time is money with all that, but let's just say it's a bigger issue that you could have solved in a half the time. Like, let's say you had that one piece that comes out with a sat-nav system up front. Probably 30-minute repair job, but instead you're spending an entire day and a few thousand, I'd say probably $2,000 to have a harvester moved and brought back to you. And not only that, but some of them, the smaller John Deere lots, you actually have to make an appointment for something like a harvester, or even not just harvester, for a lot of equipment, because they have, they don't have a lot of space for it. And so you have to, like, say, I'm going to need it on this day, so now you're having to make a call and your harvester's down for 2 or 3 days before you can ever get it into the shop for what could have been a 30-minute repair. And like I said, for foreign equipment and all that, I don't think that right to repair act actually is fully a thing. So, like, things like Kubotas, Case IH would probably be one, because that's, if I'm correctly, European. Now I'm thinking about it, I think even Fendant is actually European. I may be wrong, but Clash is a European. That blue tractor, wherever it is. What is that? That's European already. I think that's Italian, actually. If we go into tractors, yeah, that's, I think, Regi. Actually, I think that's probably actually Italian. Those two may be Italian. I don't know. I don't know that one. Massey Ferguson's an American brand. I don't know that brand. Fendant, I might be right about that. I think Fendant is a European brand, but that is a... What the hell am I looking at with that? Is that one like that too? That one's not even as bad as... Where'd that one go? What the fuck? I've never seen a tractor that thin. I never in my life have seen a tractor that thin. Like, ever. I don't exactly know how to react to it. That's kind of wild looking. Is there any more that are like that? There's only those two. I've never seen that before. Valtra, I know that's European. McCormick, I don't know. Class is European. JCB. I believe... if I had to guess, I think that that's British, if I remember correctly. Because Caterpillar's the American brand, and JCB is English, or from Britain. German brand. New Holland, that's European. Yep. I don't know. Now I'm kind of mesmerized by this skinny tractor. Hello. Who is that? Beastie Gamer. How you doing? Just getting this last strip harvested before I pull the seeder over here. This is canola, and I gotta go down there to the plow and connect 2 fields up, and I'm gonna make both those down there something else.
Is this 22?
Yeah, this is 22. This is the new one. I'm actually enjoying it. It's actually, it's really, it's got a lot of realistic details to it. Like right now I have a manual transmission on, is my favorite. I gotta say, there's a lot of details that I love, but I love the ability that you can put a, make your transmission a manual. You can't really tell in this tractor because this is a hydrostatic, which you don't know what that is. It's kind of, it's like a rocker pedal. So I've driven the tractor that has a hydrostatic in it. So you got like a pedal that rocks forward and backwards. If you put your foot on the forward side, you go forward. You put it on the back side, you go backwards.
Can you turn the game volume down, please?
Yeah.
It's just hard to hear you.
No, that's alright. I understand. Is that better?
TY.
But yeah, there's a lot of details that I gotta say I like about this game. But one of my current
Yeah.
one of my current favorites is the fact that is hold on, is manual transmission. So if you look at my bottom right down there, you'll see the gears, which it's less of a manual and more of like a power selector, if that makes sense. But at the same time, I like that a little. I wish it was a full-on manual, but I can't complain with it being a power selection
Is
setup.
it better than 1.9?
I think the best way to
yeah.
explain that, I think the best way to explain if it's better than Farming Simulator 19 is not saying that it's better, per se.
I like it too.
Yeah. Is to say a matter of preference. I like it because it's a little bit more realistic than 1.9. But the deal, it's kind of like with comparing like Dirt Rally 4 and Dirt Rally 2.0. Because Dirt Rally 4 is not a bad game, and Dirt Rally 2.0 is not a bad game either. But Dirt Rally 4 is kind of the arcadey, you know, you're racing, but you got a little bit of an assist on you. Dirt Rally 2.0 was set to be the most realistic racing game they could make, and it is still considered to be the most realistic rally simulator ever created. And that's kind of like what you get. It's not as hyper realistic as it could be in this game, but that's kind of a good way of putting it. It's you're either getting the more arcadey side by playing Farming Simulator 19, or you're getting the more realistic side on 22. And I like this more realistic side, so I'm enjoying this. I need this. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna say you've done enough. I really only had you doing this for one tiny blot in the middle of the field I messed up on, so you've done your job well. I'm not kidding either. I messed up a spot about the size of this tractor in the field.
I might like 1.9 more.
You might like 1.9 more? I mean, you can make this pretty pretty arcadey, but it's got its realistic quirks. Like you can turn this off, but this is my favorite setup so far is running seasons. There are seasons in the game now, so you got like right now I'm on the tail end of summer, and then you got like fall, you know, September through November, December through February is winter, of course, and then March through April is spring. You know, you have your seasons, and each season has its different things that allow for different crops and different harvest times. So like you can see grass is only between spring and fall you can plant. That's a really broad perspective, but once it's planted, it'll only grow in those periods, really too. But once it's planted, you can harvest it whenever you want.
Yeah, my friend told me about that.
Another thing, I also have to say I like this. Or not wrong button. I was in the right place. So let's say you've lost a vehicle, you can't find it, you know, blah blah blah. You go over here, you go down, because they actually have a separate page now for this. So this is your leased items and this is your owned items. Let's just say I lost my snowblower. You see how it says show on map down there? I can hit triangle, hit show on map. I fucking love this because I can't tell you how many times I misplaced something. Bam, you get the fucking Minecraft beacon over here pointing to it. I'm not even kidding too either. Like it's literally, boom. You know, it's right here. You know, that's a really good feature. I think that's been needed in this game for a long time. Was the ability to find your shit that you misplaced, because that's a bad habit.
LOL.
I misplace stuff constantly in this game. I'll set something somewhere, go off and start working on something else, and not even think about it. Also, they added different depths of harvest and planting and everything else. So, or not harvest and planting, but I can go into store real quick. This is a new store setup. It's different, but so we'll just start with, you know, a plow. We all know what a plow does. It deeply cuts through the ground. You know, making pretty much re-plowing the field. Cultivators. Now then, these are kind of mid-depth ones, right? These will deeply plow. But then you come over here, and these are shallower, all these bigger ones, and they're not gonna dig as deep into the ground, and they're gonna leave like a kind of like a grassy texture across, because it's not ripping all of this excess up, it's just kind of rolling it to the side, so it's still gonna be there. But you can use that, and you can still use that, and so there's those different types. And the same thing with disc harrows, because disc harrows are like that too.
Oh yeah, I will think I put my truck in the yard on the other side of the map.
Yeah. But yeah, disc harrows are like that too. They're all shallow because the disc harrow's not made for deep. Power harrows are kind of like a powered version of a cultivator. They run and dig. Subsoilers, of course, they're kind of like a plow, but they do a deeper dig than even the regular cultivators. Spaders are like a plow, but mechanical. They're kind of weird. I don't exactly know how
That
to
I will
explain.
like.
And then also they divided this too. You have seeders and you have planters. So now seeders, you know, you do like you can see they do wheat, barley, everything else on those. But if let's say you want to do corn, you got to go over here and you got to buy a planter. I'm gonna go ahead and keep getting this field connected. Oh fuck.
They did that in 192.
Oh, they did? I don't remember. I played the last time I played 192 recently, but I spent more time on my friend server, and before that it had literally been since release since I had played. I'm trying to get my speed right with this plow. I just need to know what it is because I knew everything else. Like that, yeah. No, don't do AI.
I just played with my friend today.
Oh, nice. How'd that go? My friends are all offline right now. Well, one of them is online. He's playing Elite Dangerous right now, and the other one is taking a test for something. I don't remember. We're just gonna pretend it's AIDS and call it good. Not really. He's actually it's something for voting or something. Uh-uh. Don't drive me nuts if you're in little bitty nicks in the field like that. Just make it nice and straight. Ah. Apparently I'm not good at going straight in this game. There we go. Alright, we'll downshift. Come back across this like this. I always do a double pass just to guarantee that I
Okay, sorry I left for a min.
Oh no, you're good. I always do a double pass when plowing the edge of fields like this to combine them, just because I like my edges straight.
My
I can't.
dad came in my room.
Oh, you're good. I just can't stand it though. Whenever these like people will start out here, you know, and then you got these weird fucking blots going out into the road or out into the edges where it doesn't need to be. And so I just find it easier just to, you know, make a double quick pass like that, and then run up like this.
I had to fake sleep.
Oh, makes sense, makes sense. I'm 20, and I'm glad, because that means I don't have to fake sleep. It's always a pain in the ass. I literally had this guy over here running for 15, 20 minutes now, and he's never hit this. Oh, I know why I didn't hit this. It's because I fucking ran over it with, what do you call it? Oh, wrong
2-0.
button. Yeah, I'm 20. I kind of do the YouTube stuff.
You
as a
sound
hobby.
1-5 or 1-4.
Thank you. I get a random number every time. Nobody can ever seem to guess how old I actually am. Like in person, I sound like it goes back and forth in person. It kind of depends on when you're talking to me. If you're talking to me in the morning, and I sound like I'm older than what I am. I sound like I'm like 24, 25. And then when you talk to me in the afternoon, I just don't really give a shit, so I sound younger. But it's also probably the microphone, because I'm not running some super expensive gaming headset or whatever. I'm just running this one I bought at Walmart probably 2 years ago.
Goddamn. You older.
Making all this look pretty. Because I just want to make both of these fields into one crop, and then that upper field up there to my canola crop. That's my goal right now. I'm not sure what I'm going to plant down here yet, though. Because I'm not in season for anything I want to plant, I don't think. Let me check. Oh, wrong button. I am in season for... I mean, wheat's coming up.
So on a scale 1 to 10, how bad are taxes?
It's a really tough answer. Because it kind of... I don't have to pay as many taxes as some people do. Because I don't have as many things as some people have to pay for yet. So I can't exactly give you a straightforward answer on that. But when it comes to me trying to get started into anything and then looking into how much the taxes are going to be, that I have to say that a lot of them can be pretty bad. So I'm going to give it a 60. I really honestly am. Oops, no, wrong button. Hold on.
Do you hate them?
All of them. I hate some of them. I know that in order to have a government, you have to have a certain amount of taxes, but what I hate about taxes is how much it goes into paying somebody's, how much it goes into actually paying them and not paying for the country itself. So I don't think that you should become, you should get, I don't think it should be a get-rich-quick scheme to become a politician, is what I'm trying to say. It's not really that, but you can make money off of being a politician, which I think is kind of stupid. I think that politicians should make minimum wage, and they should have other things. So, like, for instance, we're just going to throw Donald Trump into the mix. I don't care what some of the beliefs are. I can use him without using any political sides on this, because it's just where he has outside businesses. He has Trump Towers and everything else, and a lot of politicians do. They have a lot of things outside of being a politician they can make money from, and they do make money from. So they shouldn't make a lot of money from being a politician. I mean, even we're speaking about the president, what does he need to make a lot of money for? His food is covered by the White House. His sleeping, his house, just the house itself is covered. He lives in the White House, for instance. Not only that, but if you really get into, oh my god, I keep getting the buttons confused on the reverse sometimes. If you really get into the crazy part of all that, when it comes to everything he's covered, everything is covered. From food, transportation, sleep, cleanliness, hygiene. Hygiene and cleanliness are two different things. What I mean by cleanliness, I mean the entire house is clean. House, aka the White House, is cleaned by people. he is given a massive ability to be able to get medical attention or dentistry or anything he really needs when it comes to being the president. So that part he doesn't really need. So a lot of that stuff, I think that they're getting more than what they actually need on. When it comes to other areas of all that, outside of those kind of taxes, there are other taxes I think are kind of silly and pointless, if that makes sense. Let me think of a good one. There are certain amounts of like land taxing that I think are pretty pointless. So like if you own certain amounts of land, you can get taxed for owning said amount of land, which is...
I am so on your side with that.
Yeah, it kind of varies because again, there are certain areas I am not an expert in, but then there are certain areas where I have enough into it where I can say, okay, that's pretty fucking stupid. There's especially the land tax. I know a lot. Oh, disconnect from the roller. I meant to disconnect from that and then just reconnect it to this. But I know a lot of people who have land, and I've grown up around a lot of land. Like I'm per se. Ooh, hold on. I have a bad controller, and sometimes when I click in the joystick in the wrong way, it thinks that I hit the home button, and so I'll go to home screen and then come back in the game really fast. It's kind of stupid. But anyways, when it comes to that land taxes grow kind of ridiculously quickly. Like, I can understand if you have, like, okay, my dad's neighbor, who I'm good friends with, named, I'll leave his name out of this, actually. He's not broke by any means. You may look at him and see him as broke, but when you hear how much land he has, which is 800 acres, you can understand he's not broke. But one time, not even trying to, I accidentally saw his tax sheet, and I'm not going to say how much it was, but it was a lot. And I was pretty shocked by the actual total amount versus how much he had in that area. Because he's not even the biggest landowner in this area. He's the biggest landowner in that area, in that particular area of the county, but not in the entire county. Some farmers out on the other side, in the opposite direction of him, and they own one of them super farms, you know, them giant ones that everybody talks about being like, where they have like, you know, a couple $100 million worth of equipment sitting there, and then some. Like they're like, about a year ago, I saw them when they had bought a bunch of new equipment, and I'm not kidding you, it was probably about $1 million. If I had to throw a guess out there, I knew the harvester was about $400,000 by itself. It was pretty wild when I drove by this stuff. But for a farm, I mean, there are certain taxes that I think that they should cut back on, but I don't know a lot into it. But the thing is with Gregory, yes, he owns that land, but he leases it. That's where I bet that's actually probably part of where that comes from, because he leases it to cattle farmers in the area, hay farmers, and then there's one guy who, out of everything you could grow on a tiny 15-acre lot, he decided he was going to grow soybeans. He grows soybeans on 15 acres. I don't know how much he makes in this. I just, like, sometimes I'll see him out there and he's planting or harvesting soybeans. So yeah. And yeah, another wild thing. He has a harvester that looks about like an actual John Deere harvester. I don't even, because I'm pretty sure soybeans are in the game. And I always thought, let's see here. Sugar beet, cotton, sugar cane, chaff, forage, transport, poplar. I don't think they're in the game. But yeah, it just took me really off guard because I never knew that that's what you use to harvest it. It was just kind of with a different type of header similar to that, but not the same. No, I'm literally asking you to disconnect. Do I have to unfold it to disconnect? That's pointless. I would have just said fuck it. I'm gonna find out real quick if this game has soybeans, because I'm pretty sure it does. Oh wait, I found a better way. Yeah, it does. Soybeans. Now my question is, what kind of harvester? If I'm right, yeah, it's literally that. I don't know why, I just thought of that. The game has soybeans. I wonder how much soybeans go for, actually. That's another question. I'm getting off topic here. But yeah, he leases a lot of that land out, and he has a lot of it. Soybeans! Ooh! Man, that's a good amount of money. I don't know what the grain rate is on it, so like compared to how much you're planting versus how much you get out of it. But I mean, that looks pretty good for 1,500 a liter, because I can't count that 1,800 because I don't want to rent a train at all right now. I may get into that actually. I may try out. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna plant the entire southern half of field. Oh, actually, good question. I just thought of planters. I need a planter for a soybean operation. Well, good thing I'm fixing to take all this stuff to sale. That's the only reason why I put that AI over there. But yeah, I kind of live in a pretty rural area. I mean, I'm living in a town. It's 12,000 people. It's like not a tiny town, but it's not a big city or anything close. Yeah, I see my fair share of what some taxes do, especially the land ownership. And oh, I can't even think of all of them. There's a bunch I've seen. No. Let's start with oats. Sell off these oats real quick. Alright, hold on real quick. Where oats currently lead jars. Where is that? Which way do I need to go? All the way up there, so I know where to go. Just that way, up. And then, oh, actually, no, I can go that way, all the way across, and then up. Yeah. I feel like it'd been faster if I would have made a left and then went right down there. Also, I keep cars turned off because the AI in this game have a bad habit of pinning me. Yeah, that's what I mean about the power thing, because there is a part of it is shifting. Because when you hit a hill, you gotta downshift, because you gotta up your RPM to get more power out of it, out of your engine, which is pretty realistic, especially for a semi-truck. That's the reason if you've ever seen the movies or even in person, when a semi-truck starts going up a steep hill, they'll downshift. Or even in some cars, actually. So I love this Mac. I don't want to get rid of it because I like it so much, but eventually I'll probably have to. I'm just hoping by then the modding community will have added other trucks. One thing I hate about this is having two-sided bin like this. But at the same time, it can't help. $32.
Sorry I was gone for so long. I think he is going to bed now.
I understand. I've done that too. I used to do that all the time, except I probably had it a lot worse than you, because my mom's room, like, there was a thin wall, like my TV was against the wall, like, or hung on that wall really, between me and my mom's room. And so if I ever got even slightly loud, she would hear. And so at that point she was also a really, really light sleeper too. That's the thing. She's gotten into a lot heavier sleep habits in this amount of time, in the amount of time I've ever known her. She's now, now it's kind of funny because you can wake her up and shoot for a while. I remember when I figured this out, it was probably like towards the end of me being in high school.
Hello.
You could, hello, welcome to the stream. But you could wake my mom up towards the end of me being in high school is when it started. You could wake her up and she'd be this in between awake and asleep state. And I'm not kidding you. You could literally ask her to do anything. I literally one time I asked her to buy a game. This is generally how I figured out. I said, ooh. I asked her to buy a game. I can't remember what game it was that came out. But it was just I saw it come out. And me and my friends were talking about, we finally just got the idea. It's like, well, what if we just get it tonight? And
I'm good now.
Alright, good. But we were like, what if we just get it tonight? So I asked her, I said, hey, can I get this game? And I woke up and said, hey, can I get this game? And she goes, yeah, sure, like in this weird way. And I was like, okay. So I went and bought it. And the next day, I'm not kidding you, right before school, I woke up getting shook awake, getting screamed at. Whoop. That's how you spin out. Because she's like, why did you spend $60-something, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God, I asked. And she's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, I did. I came in here at this time, and I asked. And it was turned into like a 2-day argument until I got her to...
Where you live?
I live down in Texas. But I finally got a friend of mine that I was playing with that night to vouch for me. And he admitted that, yeah, I did ask. How's this feeling? Let's figure this out. Oh boy. Well, that's up. What's the fluctuation looking like?
I need the dip.
That's really low. I mean, I've seen it lower. I'm more nervous it's gonna plummet. But what I may end up doing actually is go ahead and just dump this back out in there for now. We're out of season for that anyway. Soybeans, and do I even need a different?
I need your IP.
You need my IP. I like how your name is Stock News, by the way.
I subscribe to you now.
You subscribe to me? Bet. Why would you need my IP? I mean, the fun of an IP is you can just shut somebody's internet off. The fun with someone's address is you can mail them stuff. Or even worse, do stuff to their house. IP is just you can find their address and this and that. That's fun and games, but that's just messing with the internet. I know far better things you can do that I'm not going to tell you how to do. But there are ways you can get inside of someone's internet and then go through their internet to any connected device and gain all the information off of it, including things like bank cards, everything. I don't know how to do that level.
To take some pics of you. Love from India, brother.
Love from India. I like how it goes... it went from to take from that was fucking the timing of both of those. I'm sorry, but that was just so fucking stupid. The timing of to take from pics of you to love from India, brother. Just the way those meshed together just didn't make it fit right. It's just like no offense, it's like that stereotype of the Indian scam calls or whatever, you know. By the way, speaking of the guy from India, India is a really, really cool country. I gotta say, I've never been, but I've watched a lot. What's up, Nitro? Welcome back. I'm doing a stream. There's these cool people in here. But anyways, this one guy's from India, and I'm just telling him how cool his country is because I've seen like 1,000 photos of India, and everything I see about India just makes me want to go to India. I just don't have the ability to go to India right now. I wish I did because I would. Like that's on like a list of mine of like
We make a
four.
good team. Stock news.
You make a good team. But yeah, okay. But there's like a list of 4 countries I've always wanted to go to, and like 2 of those countries,
Why can't you?
I don't have the money. That's my issue. I don't have the money to go to India. If I did, I would go. I know a language barrier wouldn't be that much of an issue because for what I've heard, a lot of you do speak English. I would love to learn an actual any other language, but it's money. But like one of the other because it's funny because a lot of people have like those mainstream places they want to go. They want to go like to Australia and go to whatever the fuck. What's that beach? I don't know. That's my point. You can tell there's this really famous beach in Australia that everybody knows about. It's like the most famous
You know
beach
Hindi
in the world.
language.
I don't know Hindi. That's something I was saying. I was like I would like to learn stuff like that, but I gotta start somewhere on that, and that's my issues because I failed high school Spanish and I'm scared of learning Indian.
Bumas.
Bumas. Tell me what that means. I know it's probably not Bumas because that's just how the thing reads it. Are you gonna hop on Nitro? Oh, you're already on.
Yeah.
I've decided I've combined both bottom fields, by the way, and I'm gonna turn them into soybean fields.
Gotcha.
But one of the other countries that are on my list to go to is Mongolia. I want to go to Germany, Mongolia, and India, and then the
Kazahi bro.
case, and then case the island, Kazahi. That's probably not right, but how the text speech read it, but I'll find it. And I'll find out how to say it. It would probably be like Kazahi, wouldn't it? Whenever I'm trying to think of just how it really would sound in the actual language. But it'd be Germany, Mongolia, India, and what's the name of that place? It's funny I can't even think of a place on my own list because it's been a while since I've thought about it. Oh yeah, the Tank Museum.
Kesa in Hindi is how are you?
Kesa in India is how are you? Well, how are you though? And I'm good.
Bahamas.
Okay.
Is what I meant to say.
Oh. Okay, hey. I'm starting that game up, by the way.
Gotcha.
Oh no. Floodlight trailer on, and then Pepperidge Farms.
The glitch is in tutu. For money.
Oh, the glitches for money? Yeah, where like what are you talking about? Yeah, are you talking about where you can like open a second farm and transfer money over? Cause that's in this one. But honestly, it's funny because so many people talk about that glitch or whatever. But really the best way to make money in this game when it comes to instead of using glitches.
Govsane.
Yeah, Gov.
Hi. What is your name?
My name? Well,
I
don't know
am
if-
from India.
Hey, there's two. You got Stock News and Pretish. I like how this stream is going already. I got two people from India. One dude who I don't even know where he is, but he wants my IP address. It's a great stream. And then there's somebody else in here, I think, judging by if the viewer account's broken or not. Oh, no, I think they left for it. By the way, server's up now.
USA. Namist Price Bro.
Oh, I gotta...
Namist.
Trying to get this, Hey, Sloats, or not Sloats. Were you joining?
Yeah. Give me a minute.
Also, one trick I've used to making money in this game, as I've already done, is video games because of my friend here who
Please.
just joined. It makes the most money because it pays you 50K per one you find. Please, what? Alright, my name is
Can
Ian.
you give me link of the FS22?
I'm on a PS4, so I don't know how I'd be able to give you the link of it. But, right here. These. You can collect these, and they pay you 50K per one. And,
Yes, I do. What do you feel like doing? Killing people. You still feel like killing people? Yes. Describe the feeling you feel. Well, last March 11th, I was hallucinating, and I took a razor blade and I cut a man's throat.
You're in the hospital?
Here in the hospital.
Do you think it murder major?
Yes.
Gruesome job.
yeah, I don't know. Sorry, go-karts, by the way. Me and the one who's joining right now.
I hope I never do either.
I need to look into prices, though. We're at 32,000. Oh, wrong button.
Do you play
Plans.
Fortnite?
No, I don't play Fortnite. I think this basic one here will do. Yeah, so if we get the money together real quick, we'll buy the Azure or whatever and call it good. Because we just need a small planter for now to start planting some soybeans.
Dang okay.
Alright. Yeah, that's gonna be the plan. I just realized the keys have been in my pocket this whole time. Alright. Also, I made an attempt to level out that area earlier, and it kind of worked. Where are you at? There you are. Yeah, if you want... Do you want to use the new tractor to seed that field, or do you want me to? Also, we're going to wait on this one, because we're out of season to plant on it, but I did combine them together. I took the... So,
Do you want to play with me and my friend FS19?
Maybe. Because right now we're trying to. Oh shit! I can't jump up. Yoink. Yeah. Because the problem is right now I'm trying to get this server, going a little bit smoother. Because this one tractor is all we had to pull. That. Well, this technically has a horsepower limit where that one can pull it. It's just the weight issue. This only that tractor can pull, and so normally though, we need that tractor to pull that because we don't have a weight for that one.
Tomorrow.
Maybe. Yeah, so this is our issue right here though, because we need this. We need to be able to run both of these at the same time, pretty much. We also need to eventually buy a seeder to match.
Okay.
I got the biggest seeder is 15 meters, but the biggest roller is 23. Apparently that is the biggest. You know what? I have an idea. How much is it going to cost to... Well, what is the horsepower requirements on that? 180? What's the size of that?
Are you a farmer in real life?
No, I'm trying to go find a work one, but what I do is normally the most I do when it comes to tractors and equipment like that is we have a shredder out at my dad's place, and I shred his place and the neighbor's property, and then a few other things with it, like I'll help him put up fence lines or kind of whatever. You can't just label like individually things, because I can say like I can put up fence lines, or I could be spraying fence lines, I could be digging a pond, I could be cutting a tree down, I could be pushing trees into a pile so we can then burn it later. Kind of varies, but that's about the most I do. How much is it going to be to lease this? It'll be at 4,000.
Oh, okay.
It's 180 weight. What is the width on that? It is 9 meters. You know what? I'm going to lease that. And then I'm going to go ahead and buy a counterweight of the 900.
So what are we planting? Canola?
Yeah,
Or
the canola
wheat?
over there. Canola over
Okay.
there. And then I'm leasing a planter. Shit! I just realized. Why am I doing that? I just realized it's still out of season. Well, let me return that lease. Let me go look at it at least. All right. This fucking planter I bought though, it's weird because it's a trailer one way, and then you grab it, you disconnect from it from the trailer, and then grab it from a different way, and then it becomes a planter.
Hmm.
I did sell all of our oat earlier.
Gotcha.
I was thinking about selling the I didn't think about checking the prices for it all the way and checking how high or low it was. So when I did think about it, I decided I was gonna, since we have a lot, we have like 76,000 fucking canola right now. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and check that before I sell it. And I checked, and it's not worth it right now. Real quickly, I'm gonna bring this over to you. I want you to look at this trailer or this seeder. No, it's I mean planter. Please. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do while you're doing it. Let me.
What do you like better, farming or animals?
What do you mean? Well, I mean they're both types of farming. I guess. Do you mean like what kind? I think if I had to choose, I'd rather not put up with animals because they're a pain in the dick. They have their own mind. At least a plant just grows, and you just got to make sure it doesn't grow the wrong way. An animal's gonna fucking. Okay. My neighbors, like I said, are fucking cattle farmers. They had a cow kill itself a while back. It climbed down into a creek, and then it rained, and it got stuck in the creek bed, and the creek flooded, and it fucking drowned. Wheat can't fucking climb into a creek bed and kill itself. I would rather do plants than a fucking cattle. But look at this. So this trailer, like, you grab everything like that, and then you disconnect it, and then you come around over here.
WTF.
It's just a better way of pulling it instead of having it being so wide.
Uh-huh. I've never seen this, though. I just thought it was cool. And then... You know what, that actually gives me the guarantee, though, that this is enough counterweight on the front, though, to support it. Wait, how does that fold, though? That's my question. Oh, that's pretty sick, like Transformers. It's a little heavy, but this tractor can do it, so that's all I cared about.
Let's say you want to see if I can... Want to see how this thing will handle against it?
Well, I can't use it yet, though. But you can look at it if you want. Because it's out of season. I forgot that. Yeah. I didn't think about that when I leased it. It was just like, oh, well, you know what? I can lease it real quick. I don't need to keep it just yet. Oh,
I like animals
I thought you, I didn't know if you were going to grab it. My bad. That's alright. Let me look at the other... there's other ones, though, that are fucking wicked. Yeah. Some people have their preference on that. It's kind of up to you on what you want to do, but I don't know. Animals, man, they're just troublesome. That's all I gotta say there. I don't know how to put it.
I kind of meant in the game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, in the game,
okay.
I don't mind. I do all of them. I thought you meant in real life, like saying like, what would I prefer to work with? And I'm like, fuck that. I would never fuck with. I don't fuck with the animals, dude. In real life, I would not. And it's not even that. It's not even the fact that they're uncontrollable when it comes to like getting in creeks and shit. Like, imagine like this. I've had to do this to them before. You wake up early in the morning at like 5 o'clock in the morning. You look outside and there's a cow in your front yard. Now you gotta go call them or go to their house, say, hey, your cow's in my yard. Now you gotta find not only where did they get out, but also
just
get that one back in.
The game.
You like animals the most? I don't blame you. Animals are fun. I just really it kind of depends on where you're at in the game though for what I prefer. They're really not giving you very many options as a mobile what is this called? The fuck is that? I don't even know what that's called. Wood chipper. A chipper. I'm not giving you very many options here. So I'm thinking about leasing that for now, because I will need that. And then just using the semi-truck to move.
Fuck the 5am getting up though.
Oh yeah. Well, it gets even better because the old ladies that live next door to my dad one time woke up and they're kind of preppy, rich ladies. They kind of get this Victorian mindset, if that makes sense. And I'm not like trying to just say, oh, they're old, so they live in the fucking 20s. No, I fucking mean this. They have a fucking Victorian mindset. Everything they do involves that era of stuff. And they're not even from that era. And that's what's crazy to me about it. It's like the Victorian era so much. But they have this thing about their yard where it has to look perfect. Like they have a perfectly white fence that they watch every day. They water every single tree in their yard every single day. And one time my dad gets a call at like 2 in the morning about the neighbor down the road's cows being in their yard. And they're not even our cows. They just called him for some odd reason. And yeah, and so that's what my dad had to wake up to was the neighbors tripping out about a cow in their yard. And then when my dad got down there, he realized it wasn't one cow, it was 8 cows.
That's what they fucking get for being like that.
Yeah, it was pretty, yeah. And that's not even the worst call we've ever gotten from them. The worst call, even I felt bad for them on this, but this because it's kind of rude. Well, not exactly rude, but kind of very wrong. I don't care if you go drifting in a car or do whatever the fuck you want. Don't fucking do burnouts in somebody's front yard. Dude, I don't care if you're the president's kid. Don't do fucking burnouts in somebody's yard. Just don't. Like I literally, even this made me mad finding that somebody had done it to them, because it's like, who the fuck's child is so fucking shit in life? Like, if you're doing donuts or anything or burnouts, whatever, in somebody's yard, then you're the fucking problem. I don't care if the lady who you did it in is a Karen. You're the fucking problem. I don't know where that in any point becomes right. If it's a Karen you're worried about and you're trying to get them back, like, throw eggs at their car or something. Goddamn, don't fucking burn out. So actually, eggs would be even worse because that's gonna cost more money. Problem is, I hate ruts in yards is because I have to deal with them. What happens with a rut is it will literally, it just fucking, you have to stomp it flat. Otherwise, anytime it rains, it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Even if you're not messing with it, it will just get worse and worse. And I just don't know. It drives me nuts because I have ruts in my yard, except they're my fault, and they're a pain in the ass. Those are my fault because I don't have enough driveway space, so I have to pull off to the side in the yard, and I can't stand the ruts because I drive a little car right now, and that little car fucking, every time I hit the but every time I hit those ruts, I swear the whole bottom of the car Alright, hold on real quick. By the way, I cannot be up till 3 o'clock in the morning again tonight.
I want to come to your house and do some burnouts.
Oh, neither can I.
Good.
I literally just passed out from like, shit, I don't know. Playing Elite Dangerous mining and shit, and I just passed out in the middle of it. Literally.
You know, it's funny, I've
President fucking die.
I've one time passed out while playing a game, and it was kind of funny because we won. It was a World of Tanks match a long time ago, and I fell asleep mid-match and woke up at the end of the match.
Are you still alive?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I fell asleep waiting for the match to start, and I woke up and I was still sitting in spawn alive.
Dude, the lag. Holy shit.
What do you mean?
I'll back up and I'm like backing up an extra 10 feet.
I don't know why it's lagging for you. As much as I'd rather haul these, or not rather, but rather not have to deal with these, the best way I'm gonna do it is by fucking leasing that shredder, or that, this thing. And then also, now that I'm thinking, I'm tired of shit, man. Last night fucked me up. Hey, guess what?
I could go to sleep right now.
I mean, that'd be up
Fuck use lease.
wow, that costs more than I wasn't paying attention, but oh well.
But I will not.
That thing better have enough space on it for, what do you call it? Storage, because that trailer we have doesn't accept wood chips like I thought it did. Which is great, because I just fucking spent $9,000 leasing a wood chipper. It looks like there's space in it.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, there is. I don't know what the percentage of what it can carry. What's the liters on this? What is that, wood chips? Yeah, they can't. They really can't. It does have space in the back for wood chips. I'm trying to get these trees cleared out around the field. Like on that end, I want to remove all of them, and on the side over here, remove every other one. Just so that way,
See, those trees over there are bad. They're not in the way.
with those over here, on beside me.
Oh yeah, these ones over here by me are fucking
Oh yeah, they are.
pain.
I'm gonna move all this closer now. Trying to at least make some money off of selling all these wood chips, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it, through it.
LOL.
I like logging this game, but holy shit! Oh my god!
What?
Look where I'm standing. This is how far it just threw a one of these wood. Oh, you probably can't even see me. Probably out of your area where you can see me. Fucker just threw a fucking branch halfway across the map.
Yeah.
Up. it just did it again, and I don't know where it went that time. So instead, I'm going to do the deletion method, where I just cut these up tiny like that. Where you get this tiny piece like this, where it can't do that.
It said I want to be free. Oh wait, graved.
Yeah, I know. It wanted to be free, and then it was free.
What the fuck are you doing?
What? I am,
Let me see this bitch. I'll show you something.
What, you talking about with that claw? Yeah, but this is quicker because that damn claw is hard to use.
Nah. Watch
Here.
this shit. Let me just...
Here, I'll make it easier for you, and I'll just make them chunks like that. I'm not good with the claw, so I'm making it easier on myself.
The fuck? I didn't grab this bitch. What the fuck? You see this shit?
Okay.
All funky because I can't really see jack shit.
I cut this tree around, and it just kind of... What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to cut all these trees up, right? And then you come through if you're good with the claw, and you put them on there. And just remember, there's all these little branches lying around too.
Keep fucking dropping it.
I'm telling you, it'd been faster just to cut up into smaller pieces.
Yeah, there ain't no fun in doing that.
One small piece. Those can go there. That one there. That one there. I'm at least gonna do you the favor of grabbing all the small branches and putting them into a pile.
I still gotta finish the fucking...
Yeah, but we still have the rest of the day to do that. Well, in-game days, what I mean. As long as this is like the lowest I can get to cut, so it's just gonna be a really tall stump until I get an auger over here. Not an auger, but a stump grinder. Perfect. Perfecto.
I can't believe him still up this late on a school night.
How late is it?
I'm so tired.
Go to sleep, Bull. I'm only doing this just because I have extremely short time to do anything, and so that's the reason I stay up late like this, because I start
Not till the stream ends.
alright. And there's that piece down there.
Please don't end it.
I'm not gonna end it right now.
End.
Cause I gotta just gonna finish much up of this as I can. And then I'll think about ending it. Let me cut it. Perfect. Not really, but it works. I first started. Oop, wrong button. This one down here is gonna be a bit of a mess. Just letting you know. Because there's a lot of branches on this one tree.
Vor red.
Eh. Kind of at least trying to get everything into mostly piles for you. Or at least what I can get into a pile, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, that one's done. That one was a pain in the dick. I'm also gonna start cutting them higher like that because the way that one fell, it actually fell immediately. Instead of slowly. See, like as soon as it hits like that, it just immediately goes over. Instead of kind of teetering for 5 minutes and then going. OP.
Sorry, I have to go to bed. I'm so tired, but can you add me on PS?
My account is my YouTube name, so just look that up on PlayStation and you can add me.
Okay, I will tomorrow. Peace.
Have a good night, man. Alright, I'm back, by the way. That was... Get everything done. Okay. You on that tree yet? Oh, you're still doing that one?
I just changed the easy arm controls.
Oh.
I think I'm changing them back.
How are easy arm controls like?
That's what They normally are, but I turned them off. I turned it off, so. This bitch is at 59% full.
Well, you get a lot when you're coming down the road here.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that tree was fucking nuts. Every time I think I'd get it all, it just keep coming out of nowhere.
Shit, I gotta turn around.
The one thing I like that they did differently in this game versus the others is the top half of the tree. If you look, it's like a flat tip now. It's because they made this giant chunk of the tree removable. If that makes sense.
Gotcha. I don't even think you gotta cut them branches off.
Well, it's gotta go in that conveyor belt thing. And it'll get jammed up easier. If you want, we can leave. You can leave the branches behind, and we'll just come back through here in a bit and grab them. The small branches is what I mean, and you can just grab the large shit for now. Just that way it's easier, and we can just throw the branches in by hand. I'm also cutting the large portion in half just to make it that much easier. Because also I found out you can look at it and see how much it weighs. And that entire tree over there was weighing like, I think it was like 4 tons. And I don't think that arm was going to move 4 tons. Like just the bottom end of that tree is a ton by itself. Oh, come on now. I don't know, I can actually tell you. This part right here weighs 1.1 tons.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so tell me if that thing can move that or not.
I mean, it's able to move this fucker.
Well, that one I think is lighter. If I remember correctly, that's only... yeah, it's 800 kilograms. Sorry, that's in that, but I have it set to pounds and everything else. I think I do at least. I mean, I don't mind being in kilograms. Oh boy. Hey, real quick.
Hmm.
Come here real quick. I was gonna show you this. You know how when you want to clear branches off, you just do that, right?
Yeah.
Well, look over here. You see how this end gets darker right here?
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. You just literally hold on. You go right there, and you line it up right, and then the whole end of the tree's gone.
That's fucking nice.
I know. That's something I wish that the other ones had. I can't tell you how frustrating it was, where you didn't know how long it was going to be until the tip of the tree vanished. You know what I mean? Because there's the tip, there's that smaller point. It'd just be come up to a point in the end, which was understandable because it's just a simple way of doing the game design. But when you get down to that tip, you didn't know. I never knew exactly how much to cut off before it just vanished. The whole tip of the tree. This makes the tip its own individual thing where you can just cut a portion off and the tip's gone. And I like that.
You gotta be fucking shitting me.
What?
I put this branch in. It fucking doesn't work. It just see that bitch? No, it's good. I'm just gonna have to fucking.
It's uh-huh. These are gonna be the last two down here.
I can't. This game, it's lagging balls for me.
Wonder why it's lagging so bad. You know what? I'm gonna also real quick what I can do